inspector summary video. Here we are in Fort Lee, New Jersey. Inspector Meneses here. First thing that we have is a fire escape that goes all the way to the ground. This fire escape has some issues right away that we noticed. One is, it looks like it's tilting out. That's usually an indication that some renovation went on inside and that they moved the plate on the inside that has these through bolts from underneath that you can see. These through bolts are crushing the wall down here, down below, so we have to find out what happened, why it's pulled away. You can see it's nice and tight there. You can see it pulled away from the wall there. And they've got this add-on here, this problem here. You can also see it's pulled away. It's pulling away the jam. So definitely there's something wrong. An all-welded fire escape. All the joints have to be verified, so I need bolts on all the joints. None of these welds are verifiable, so at the bottom, at the top, I need bolts blasted through to verify and basically nullify a lot of these welds. The railing is not a standard railing, not properly supported. Nobody builds railings out of 5/8 rounds, so I want these rails. You can basically overlay this with a 2x2 angle to get some stiffness. It's very weak. And you need a break here, a break in the middle, and a break down at the end. You need proper support structure here. Using 1.5" or 2" angle, minimally. You've got your structure here that basically grabs this. The guy's using all undersized bolts. These are like 5/16. Minimally here is usually double 3/8 or double 1/2 inch that goes on here. You'd like to see that. The treads are all with fairly new bolts, but we got rust going into them. So a lot of these we're gonna have to hammer test. I recommend highly because the water gets in here, and you're going to see the water build up in there. Again, this makes a lot of the treads unverifiable. See right here, all that rust getting in there. It basically eats the rust. And see, they never painted. Say they did this job, they never painted the bolts, so the bolts are rutted that way. Now look underneath. See, they're all full of rust. So it wasn't put this up, didn't even bother painting. But you can see with the tears. This is a good example. Look at that one. See all those rusty tears? That basically means that all these bolts, I want all these bolts revolted, cleaned the treads prior to putting them back in, silicone shut. You got a silicone shut. Once this is all done, you got a silicone shut this so that water doesn't get back in there. And that'll last forever. Okay, so railings on this thing that's needed, where she ties back in. It's an all welded fire escape, but I can't verify these welds unless I bring in an x-ray machine, and that's not going to happen on this particular fire escape. But you need to just put angle clips here. Clip this down because it's all welded. This fire escape here is another indication that, she's loose there. Look at that. So we have to tie this baby back in. Look at that crushing. Something happened on the inside of this fire escape because look at that wall that got crushed. So something happened. There's an overload. See that? Overload crush right there. Crushing right there. So definitely something happened on the renovation on the inside. One of the answers is if you don't want to go inside, you got to put legs to the ground. Too long. It's easier to fix this problem on the inside than it is to do that, but definitely got crushed. We want all these treads rebolted. So basically all the welded connections need to be rebolted, reinforced, all the treads rebolted. The platforms, as you can see, there's a definite tilt to the right side on this thing. Definite tilt on that fire escape up there because somebody screwed up on the inside plating. This fire escape here is legs to the ground. And again, all the way to the ground here. Improper rails, I want these rails, new angle line rails put on top of this. If you want to keep this below, get rid of these and put in traditional railings that will carry the load. None of these will carry a load. Somebody can get trapped in between them. It's a single line. You need to get all this debris out from underneath. See, this should be in the cement pocket. Otherwise, these things are rotting. They rot the feet over time. They're rotting already. This is supposed to be in a cement sono. So those don't look like they're sitting in a cement sono. So we need to basically get them above grade. So even if when you go down and you dig these up and you hit cement, you now need to put a sono in there that's going to bring it up 4 to 6 inches above grade so that the snow doesn't rot the feet. All these X's on here are all welded X's, unverified welds, so we need to throw bolts through them. All unverified welds there, and you can see the rot already getting into the weld. So you need to seal these with silicone, and then you need to bolt these. So throw a bolt in this. As soon as you put a bolt in here, I don't need to verify the weld anymore. Same thing with these welds. See how the water's getting in behind this? So when you put angles and you have bolts, you don't have that problem. So the fire escape, in summary, has issues with the platforms from the inside. Through bolts are unverifiable right now, and they're definitely caving. There's definitely a deflection to the left on both of those. So it looks like some interior work has disturbed the plating on the inside. And because they didn't seal and paint any of these bolts, all these bolts have to be changed on the treads, and the rails are all incorrect. You need standard rails with angles and platforms and supports and mid posts throughout, and the cement on the bottom floor, obviously, to get this fire escape. Does need a paint job. Hasn't had a paint job in about 15 to 25 years, so it does need a paint job. We got rust spots all over the place. And if you have any questions, this is Fire Escape Engineers. Inspect them in Esses, 800-649-3333.